Yeah, you're always up for it, Leslie. Bum, bum. I'm going to play a video. I'm just going to see if I can start a video. Well, am I sharing my screen then? Oh, Curse is there? Yeah. Aye. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's a PowerPoint.
It's a catastrophe point, and now it's gone. Oh, come on. Huh? I can't get to my chat there. Gonna turn it down. Is that better? Went to the list of all the judges now.
Martin, I figured out how to fix this.
Fix what?
Ron Sheets told me how to fix it.
Fix what?
So when you're sharing your screen, you can click a box that says audio from the computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not from like your speakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Can people see you?
No.
They're just seeing my...
They're just seeing your background, which is a bummer. You want people to see me? I am right here.
Oh, I want to play that video.
I'm sorry, what? Figure out how to do it.
Because I want to talk about that, I think. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, however. You know what? They keep moving that around. The screen sharing thing, the top, then you go to find it and it's down at the bottom.
I put it at the
Hey, Hannah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. So Molly's just printing something out for me. What's our start was? Well, I thought our start was 11. I think we said 10:45 just to get everybody here. There's a ton of people here, which is great. I saw somebody from New Zealand already. I know Pete is over in the UK. Greta is in Berlin. Wow. Oh, and I just got just want to apologize for my COVID hair. And I'm sure people are just typing, what's new? It's always a catastrophe, no excuses, etc. So let me tell you what's going to be going on. We're going to move things into our back room, past the studio, into screen printing. I want to show you a little bit of screen printing stuff, which some of you, I know Pete, you've seen that before. Just a quick overview of screen printing. And then I want to talk about how that one very simple skill has really made a difference, an economic difference to many of the people that we're connected to. And it's kind of stunning. I call it the dark matter formula, which sounds fantastic. And who knows me, you know that I really like presentations when they have a good title. Never mind the content. If the title's good, I think we're onto something. Except my how to make an extra $100,000 next year was flagged by Facebook as a Ponzi scheme. This isn't a Ponzi scheme. This is the same thing times. So you might have seen from that video I played that we've moved some things around. A lot has happened in the last few days. Aside from, did little Richard just die? I think little Richard, okay. So quick RIP to little Richard. Good golly. Thanks, Molly. So 3 or 4 things happened in the last few days as we start in momentum. Anytime you're doing an event, you want the momentum to be exponential. What's signing for exponential, Hannah? That's, I'm signing. And thanks to Helping Hands for the signing. It's boom. So 3 things happened in the last just couple of days. Broad Jam a company based up in Wisconsin, Roy Elkins, has done some fantastic presentations for us in the last couple of years down at Millikan University. And Broadjam saw the competition that we had, the song listening, said, holy crap, we want to get involved with this. They've furnished a special page for our judges to make it easy for the judges to listen and critique and organize that side of things. They've also given us 4 would happily call celebrity judges. Doug Diamond, who's worked with Bonnie Raitt, Natalie Cole, and Hans Zimmer. You kidding me? Can you hear me, Molly?
Mm-hmm.
Hans Zimmer?
Yeah.
Okay. Todd Herfindahl, who's has a bunch of music in sports TV, I think, ABC, MTV. Alex Johnson, who's worked with Tupac, Mama Freedom. AJ Gundel, who has 13 Emmys, has worked on Guiding Light, All My Children. He also worked on The Cosby Show, but let's not hold that against him. Martin Blasek, Oceans 12 and 13, Princess Diaries 1 and 2. So we're like, okay, they asked us to move the song listening to next week, which is what we're going to do. That was in my slideshow at the beginning. That's what we're going to be doing. There's going to be a separate re-sign up for next week. But wait, also Orville Klein, member of Pigface, don't hold that against him. He is a certified Ableton instructor and an international DJ of some repute under the stage name Porn and Chicken. I want to see the sign for that. Okay, that's Chicken. Okay. He's going to be one of our judges, along with Mark Williams from A-Lab Media, Matt Eidson, who's toured with 50 Cent, Jake Wiedenhofer and Adam Cunningham, who are both Millikan University alumni. Who do they work with, Molly?
Oh, they're great touring guys.
Yeah, they're down in Nashville. Brian Abbott from Speakeasy Records Indicator is also going to be a judge. And Ricciano Lumpkins, who worked with TLC. And Jessie LaBelle from Chicago Women in Music, who is also a music supervisor of repute. So to me, if I was going to have my song listened to have my songs listened to by those 12 people is kind of stunning. In addition to that, PreSonus heard about what we were doing. They've already given us, hold on a second. They've already given us, through Frequency Sales, one of these, Atom Lab, really cool setup actually. One of those to give away through Frequency Sales. But Perry down there heard about what we're doing, said, look, we're going to give you another one of those and 3 Studio One Pro setups, which is this extensive software editing system that people are in love with, which sell for about $300 a piece. So in the avalanche of all of this amazing stuff, we're giving the judges time to your songs, and we seem to be accumulating. Also, Broadjam said anybody in attendance gets a free $50 membership to Broadjam. So it's like, okay, let's keep this. Of course, it's me. I'm going to try and add some things to the pot during the week. Okay, any questions before we get going? Let me read you the schedule like a good host. And of course, mention that this event is part of a Millikan University Music Industry Studies final semester project. Um, before we dive into all the stuff and I get pulled into describing all of my stuff, I just want to shout out to the students who 12 weeks ago, we thought we were doing a conference in Decatur at Millikan University in the Commons there, reaching out to local businesses. Also planned a sister event at 2112 Fort Knox here in Chicago. We were calling up hotels. The Decatur Conference Center Hotel was so nice to us. We were planning an event. And then here we are, COVID strikes. And within, I think, a week, we decided to do, instead of one big physical conference at the end of this semester, which is today, we decided to do weekly events. And that was a little pivot. And those were really good. We had Jeff Becker, attorney at law. Gail Lynn came and did something. I did a couple of my things. Then I think we thought we really wanted to end the semester with a bang. The thing I'm seeing right now is people need stuff, right? There's almost, there's 150 people online right now. And that's great. We have, I think, over 650 registered for the whole day's events. People need stuff. And we needed stuff. I need stuff. So we decided to do this event today. And I just want to point out, my students are required to come to class on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And I think in the last 2 weeks, we've met at least every day, sometimes twice a day, and a few times in the last 10 days, 3 times a day. And that's it for me. I mean, today could be a catastrophe. He says, little did we know, but it's that kind of effort, attention to detail, that just gets things done. Everybody's dealing with stuff. We're all dealing with stuff. And the fact that these students got it together, they're online right now, throwing stuff in the chat. They'll be doing that all. Dealing with me. Okay, no students laugh, no exclamation points in the chat room. Help me, I'm trapped in a class with Martin Atkins. But how do I say that? That's not nothing, is it, Molly?
No
dealing with Martin Atkins one-on-one. I get accelerated, I get short. Yeah, but I brought snacks. Okay, so in just a few minutes, I'm going to jump into my screen printing. What the hell is it? Isn't it amazing? You should do it, which then dovetails into the STFI Stay the Boop Side campaign that we've been working on, and how that's generated money and how that's fueling things. At 12 o'clock, we're going to be talking with Galen Lee. And I want to thank Galen Lee and my students. I've got students, the final semester students here. I also have a legal issues in the arts class. And I posed a question to them 2 weeks ago. This ADA thing, what is that? The Americans with Disabilities Act, 50 years old. It hasn't been enough for me just to have Galen Lee performing Pigface. It's changed my band Pigface, and it's changed me. I hear things through Galen's ears now. And I kind of love that. And so I asked my class, like, does this event need to be ADA compliant? If Galen was performing, we'd certainly make sure there were ramps, and herself and her fans would be accommodated. And when we talked to Galen a few weeks ago, she said, well, have you thought about having these things signed? I'm like, I want to say honestly and immediately, my initial reaction was like, oh, fuck, you know, we're dealing with Zoom. We're doing these things with a video and it sounds wonky. And I want a lapel mic and all this other stuff. But I asked my class, should we be doing this? And it wasn't like a 50-50 split. Everybody in class is like, well, yeah, you need to. And I said, yeah, but even if we're not legally required, because it's a legal issues class, and the research that came back was just undeniable. We are required to do it. And even if we weren't, we should. I want to thank all of those students for kind of pushing that. And I want to thank Galen for always being obviously inside my ears, I guess, but to get all emotional, being inside everyone in Pigface, all of our hearts, and I think our fans too. And this is how change happens, right? You get involved and punch your way through another breeze block, punch your way through another breeze block. So Galen will be talking about ADA. I should mention she has a great section in my third book, Band Smart. I'm not trying to sell you my book. You can go to martinatkins.com later and it's a free download. Also, we are giving away some physical copies during the day. 2:30, D. Randall Blythe, singer with Lamb of God, who also came out on the road with Pigface last November. It's where I met him. Introduced, okay, I'm just sorry, I'm looking at a text from Galen. Introduced to Randy from Greta Brinkman, who plays bass with Pigface. What an outstanding individual. Lamb of God are huge, but he just came out on the bus, walked into rehearsals and then offered to do everybody's laundry. Those are the people you want to hang with. No assholes allowed. So Randy's sober for a while, and he's going to be talking to us at 2:30. We'll also be giving some copies of Randy's book away, Dark Days. It starts with the handcuffs being cinched somewhere in Europe. It's kind of cool. And then at 3:30, friend of mine, Lol Tolhurst, original drummer with The Cure, super nice individual. He was on Twitter yesterday helping a woman in France understand American time versus French time. That's great to see Lol like, no, it's Greenwich Mean Time minus 6 hours. And then round about 4:30, I have a feeling that Lol's go a little bit long. There's a lot of questions for all our panelists, actually. And then at the end of today, Ali Swengel and Chris Morel will be talking about health and wellness. And I think, obviously, all of the events today, we're going to be talking about health and wellness and entrepreneurship in this time. And let's not forget at noon, did I mess up all my times? I think I did. At noon, Wendy Day is going to be chatting with us.
It wasn't a woman. It was me and the woman in the chat.
Well, ooh la la. Well, I'm terribly sorry. Well, I'm pleased it worked out. Welcome. Je suis un batteur avec image publique essai dans yeah, okay. Yeah. So Wendy Day from Rap Coalition spends a lot of her time on Instagram now, just giving amazing advice. Rap Coalition gets rappers out of difficult agreements. She's on that crusade. She'll be joining us at noon. So let me jump into the other room and I'll show you some nuts and bolts of screen printing. I'm going to give my phone to Katie. You got gloves? I'm going to give my phone to Molly. Do you have gloves, Molly? Are we safe? Molly has a mask. Am I all right without a mask for a minute? Maybe. So thanks for joining us. Let me see if any there's one Q&A. Bunch of people in the chat. What's going on in the chat? So, oh, sorry, Christophe Meunier. I apologize. It's you in France. I am not a woman. I'll make you a T-shirt that says that. I'm Chris Meunier, and I am not a woman. Je suis n'est pas. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can type what that is, Chris, and I'll make a shirt for you. So, am I just leaving this going, Molly?
Why don't you turn that one off, just so I aren't seeing like a... Turn your phone on first.
My phone's on. Hold on, guys. We're just setting this up.
Yeah, join the thing.
Running a fucking media company here. I just need to find Zoom on my phone. And then I join.
Mm-hmm.
That's not working. Just did this yesterday.
Yes, started.
Can you do that, Mo? All I can hear is the crinkling of Molly's gloves. It sounds like she's eating a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
Are you up?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I'm just going to leave this on.
Empty space. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Sweet Lord. Sorry, what?
That's for real space, isn't it?
No, it's from the laptop. It's not. Okay, I'm gonna. Welcome.
Oh, welcome to our space. Give them a quick twirl. Drums. There's fucking drums everywhere.
Suits.
Oh, here's Randy's book. We'll be giving 4 or 5 of these away. A little bit. So I want to keep this moving because I know Wendy's up in about 45 minutes. Screen printing. It's really simple. Especially if you prepare.
Oh my God.
Especially, this is for hand, especially if you prepare. Here's a screen. Right? We coat the screen with a photosensitive emulsion. It's just like paint, just like emulsion paint. But it's light sensitive. Once we coat the screen, you put it in a box in the closet, or we're lucky enough to have a dark room here. The screen will be dry in an hour and a half. I like to leave them overnight. Once you've coated your screen, you need an acetate. Where did this screen go?
Martin Stewart. Get it? Like Martha Stewart.
So, you need an acetate. I want to talk to the camera so they can translate. You need an acetate. It's like overhead projector film. And you can have FedEx or one of those type of places, Xerox, copy your art onto this. And then you take the acetate, place it on top of the dried light sensitive screen and expose it to light. We do it over here. I might as well show you what that means. We put black paper underneath so the light doesn't bounce around, and usually a sheet of glass on top. After about 11 minutes, anywhere that the black ink has stopped the light hitting the emulsion, it hasn't exposed. And you wash the screen with water and the design will dissolve. Da, da, da. Can you see that?
It's a little dirty.
It is a bit.
Are you sure it didn't season?
It's dirty, right? And that's it. Screens are aluminum. But you can buy a kit. We have a gift certificate from a place called Blick. You can buy a kit. And this has everything you need. This is an aluminum frame. That's not bad. It's not bad. Some inks. Squeegee. The squeegee puts the ink through the screen.
We have some confusion in the chat. Can we get like a quick rundown of shooting the screen again?
Really?
Yeah. Be nice.
Take your screen out of the box in the cupboard, your dark room. You put the screen on top of black paper, stops the light bouncing. You put your artwork on top of the screen and then expose it to light. There is a range, a very high-powered floodlight, 11 minutes, a small 100-watt light bulb, an hour. Once you've done that, take away the acetate and wash the screen gently in cold water. The design where the black ink has stopped the light from exposing the screen, it dissolves. Okay? Okay. Now, let me show you some things you could do. And then I want to explain some of the economics that can generate from just this simple $80 kit and an idea. Once you get the idea of pushing ink through a screen, let me just show them that. That's it. It's it. That's it.
You want to print a shirt for him?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, maybe I'll print a bag. I don't know. Are we okay on time? Should I print a bag really quick? No, because then the screen will get effed up. Once you could do that with ink, you could do that with different inks that enable you to express who you are. Scratch and sniff. I always do that. I always do that. This is scratch and sniff ink. It comes in all kinds of different flavors. Banana, money, weed, beer, probably. Cow shit, definitely. Right? You find the smell that's appropriate for your brand. You can print with glitter inks. You can print glow in the dark. Let's do our demonstration, Molly.
Okay, you want to take this?
Oh, am I doing that?
All right.
Okay. Whoa! Pretty cool, huh? Also, I want to get that it's signed and numbered. Can you get that? Right. Because now you're doing this. It's art. It's a limited edition, signed and numbered screen print. Yeah. What else can I show you? I'll talk to you about these in a moment. How are we doing for time, Mom?
It is almost 11:30.
Okay. I started to print these 4 weeks ago. I'll explain to you in the other room in a minute. The damage manual backdrops. I printed these in my back garden in England with my mother-in-law. And now we cut these up and sell them. People frame them. It's cool. We make our own posters. I think these are glow in the dark as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're glow in the dark as well. Yeah. Okay. So we made these. We made these,
Ta-da.
and now we're making these. I like to
Can you
sign.
read it to them? I'm not sure if it shows, but
What? Get the fucking, you filthy bastard.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
Okay. I like to sign in a different color, so it's obvious that I signed it. It's not part of the print. Sometimes you can do that. Inside this bag, it's a bag of my coffee. If I pull it out of the bag, I shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And coffee bean soap. This is made from dark matter. Get the fuck out of bed. Coffee grinds by Jaded Hippie in Decatur, Illinois. But wait. Once you start to do this and go down this one-of-a-kind, personalized thing, you could keep going. Can you zoom in on that?
Nice.
Now I'm going to sign that. Typewriters are cool. Just a quick thing before we go in the other room and I explain some other stuff. That's time consuming. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is, are you connecting with your audience? Are you grabbing people in the head or the heart or the nuts, whatever, right? Or the beans, the coffee beans. It takes however long it takes. And if you're doing that, you win. There's no time limit. There's no efficiency, as I've said in the past. There's no efficiency in creative media. And once you start printing, you could start printing more and start to customize things.
Show me.
Are these for sale on the site?
I need the picture.
Huh?
I need the.
Oh, really?
Sorry.
Wow.
Shall I turn this off?
You could turn it off, yeah. Hey! And I need to unmute myself. So, yes, Mark Winland, that was a typewriter. Difficult to find typewriters these days because people buy them and they take the letters off the end and make earrings out of them. Bastards. So let me find my slides I want to share with these slides. I want to share them with you. No. Is that it? Can everybody see my desktop? Are you ready with the poll there, Molly?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I sharing my desktop? I'm not, am I? Get it together. Thanks, Hannah. It's much worse. To share your audio, install a Zoom audio device. Did you see that? Are you seeing my screen now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just a few crazy things. I guess in Norway, people are performing at drive-ins. That seems really cool, but if you know your theater, art, entrepreneur history, there's a ballet dance troupe. The guy moved from New York to Salt Lake City, and he started to take the ballet to the people. So they performed in between innings at the baseball stadium and at the drive-in. So super cool headline and billboard, but for me, it's like, yeah, just like the ballet company did in Salt Lake City 8 years ago. Boom. Good ideas, good ideas. Just a reminder that we can do anything. This is a 99-year-old guy in England. Is he still alive, Pete? He started walking up and down his garden to raise money for the National Health Service. And the headline for this, checking for updates, get away, get out, stop. Auto updates, I should have disabled that. The headline was he'd raised 5 million. By the time they posted it, he'd raised 9 million. And I think now he's raised, anybody in the UK want to tell me how much this guy raised? Was it $20 million? So if anybody's in doubt whether you can do stuff, you fucking can do stuff. You can obviously do anything. Do you see anybody?
30 million pounds.
30 million pounds. That's just crazy. I like to say, great things happen when you do stuff. Nothing happens when you don't. We sent a package to Quimby's bookstore, here in Chicago. They sent me a t-shirt. What was wrong with my hair that day? See, I just set these jokes up. Let's have a look at Small's Bar in Hamtramck, Michigan. They created a golden ticket, good for 10 shows. I think it was it $200, the golden ticket? They sold 25. That's $5,000 in an hour. Smart. The Hideout here in Chicago came up with Hideout Bucks. For $25, you can buy a $20 bill. And you might think, well, that's not much of a margin. But here's what happens. If 100 people buy the Hideout Buck, what's that, is that $2,000? Yeah, that's $2,000. But 30 people out of the 100, maybe more, will lose them. 30 people, maybe more, will like the artwork so much, they'll frame them and put them on the wall. So it doesn't cost $20 to honor this $20 bill. And even with the last 30 or 40 people who actually bring these $20 bills to the Hideout, it doesn't cost $20 or $20 worth of beer. It costs $4. Bam. Just good ideas. And I've spent a bunch of my time in the last 10 days just telling some people what other people are doing, and just trying to help. So I made these bags. We made these shirts. Do you have a button, Molly?
There's one.
And then Busy Beaver Buttons called, and he said, "We love what you're doing. We're sending you some buttons." So then I did this. And is there a poll for this? So I took 4 bags and I put a shirt in each bag, and nobody knows yet. Well, some people know. I put a personalized note in every single bag and a handful of candy. $8, 18, 28, 108. And yeah, here's my question. We sold 140 bags in a day. How many $8? Which bag sold the most? 8, 18, 28, or 108? And what I told people was anything over the 8 will go into this informal fund that we have, where we're making bags and t-shirts to send to people. Oh, should I end the poll? Can everybody see the poll? How does that work? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know how that works. Can you see the poll, Molly?
Mm-hmm.
But can people see the results?
They see and voted. So I think if you end it, then they'll see the results.
Really?
Probably.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End the poll. Oh. Share the results. We're sharing the results. Okay. I can't click out of. Okay. Can I stop that sharing now and get it off my screen?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So I think our crowd seems to be an amazingly intelligent, insightful, emotionally connected, empathetic crowd, because you kind of got it right. 70 of the $28 bags, 30 of the $18, um, 21 of the $8 bag, and almost the same amount. We sold a couple in the last 2 days, actually. Almost the same amount of the $108 bag. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? I think we tend to think that people are just going to ransack my store and buy $508 bags and fuck me. But when I saw the numbers after the first couple of hours, I wanted to cry. You know, it's when you open yourself up and allow people to either tap you in the heart or punch you in the crotch, and they don't. When they tap you on the heart, it's awesome. And that's a really cool thing that's going on now. There's a bunch of members of Pigface and all listening to this stuff, and none of us are on stage right now, but there are different ways to have this connection and this interaction. And now my screen doesn't want to. Oh, okay. So how can I use that money, right? What was it, $4,700 to help other businesses?
You said you've been punched enough.
Yeah, that's true, Pete. That's an hour-long story right there. I call this the dark matter equation. 4 weeks ago, I was over at Dark Matter talking with Jesse, and I really love those people. They've been really inspirational to me. They release music on vinyl. They collaborate with bands and breweries on beers. They put together a block party. They were working on a effects pedal hammock from Metallica. The first time I met them, I was just blown away. All of this creative energy is a coffee company. And that was the energy I'd seen in the early days of punk and the early days of industrial music in Chicago. I'm like, holy shit, all of this energy is at this coffee company. So when Jesse told me they've got 7 stores and they had a problem with 110 employees, I immediately donated $100. And that's not nothing. I've got 4 kids, you know, but it felt like it was nothing. I immediately thought, what is that? 72 cents a person. Yeah. It felt like this huge problem that as much as I could help, it wasn't much help. So I came back here, and that's when, do you got a bag for me, Molly? I'm sorry.
Oh, the bag.
That's when I made the bag. So I think I talked with Jesse on the Wednesday or the Thursday, and I took these bags to him on the Friday or I think it was a Saturday. By the following Wednesday, they paired this, they filled this with my coffee beans and paired it with a bag of Get the Fuck Out of Bed. And they sold 260 combinations at $50 each. That's $13,000. So that's my dark matter equation.
How long did it take you to make all the bags?
I can tell you this. I made some bags for the city of Oklahoma, OK Pop. I branded some bags for them to help with some things down there in Tulsa. And my 2 of my sons, Harrison and Sydney, helped me. They put the bags up on the clothesline that's in the print shop there. And I think we made 400 bags in an hour. Right. So at every, of course, if I start typing thank you, I love you on every bag, it's going to take longer. But I don't fucking care. So then you take this math, you take the dark matter equation. Can you keep me on for time on? Give me like a 15-minute.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, like 5.
I've got 5 minutes. Till when?
It's 11:42.
Holy shit. Okay. So you take all of these ideas and you saw what Smalls Bar were doing with their golden tickets. I like the idea of how can I help with my energy and some shirts and some bags and some buttons. Somebody who's great ideas. So we sent 20, we made a new shirt, Smalls Bar Hamtramck says. And we sent them 20 shirts, 20 bags, 20 buttons. So selling the shirt in a bag, they could put some drinks tickets in the bags and sell those for 50. So for a little bit of effort, I can help a club just outside of Detroit, Michigan, a lot. So for maybe $150, $180, I can give $1,000 to a venue in Michigan. But it's not just that, because I'm an emotional person. When, is it Christy at Busy Beaver Buttons sent me the buttons, I said to her, fuck, it was the end of a Friday. I said, you know what? You really put some gas in my tank today. You really gave me a lift at the end of a difficult week. And thank you. And I decided, because of the numbers, because of the math of this, I had no choice but to do as much of this as I could. We'll come back to this. We're already here. I sent some bags to Brian at Speakeasy. He put these together with his drink koozie and his Speakeasy t-shirt and decided to raise money to build an outdoor stage at his record store. Bam. He raised $300 2 Sundays ago with 4 of these bags and shirts. Yeah. We're just trying to spread some attention, some joy. And then we had some students and some artists in Decatur, Illinois, where Millikan University is, paint a mural on the wall. I call this Shoot the Dolphin. I'm just watching the sign. So it's a marketing term that I use. Your ideas are like a spear that you need to thrust into the side of a dolphin. And then the dolphin goes in and out of the water. But your ideas need to go in and out of the physical domain and the digital domain. Physical to digital, digital back to physical. And that's what we did with this mural. It's just great. Goss Advertising, Shani Goss, Tronny Goss, and a whole team of people did that. So now, just to sum this up, we've sent packages to OK Pop in Tulsa, Smalls T-shirt, 13th Floor in Austin, Bar Sai in Tokyo. They all have their own individual shirts. Once Club in Somerville, Massachusetts. Turns out I'm talking to JoJo in some of her husband is involved with the band Corner Shop. I'm like, holy crap. Today is Suicide Awareness, Mental Health Awareness Month. So we've sent bags, buttons, and shirts to our friends at Hope for the Day Chicago. We sent shirts to Donnie's as a thank you for letting us paint their wall. We didn't get to cover the Bob Dylan mural, but you know, there's only so much we can do. And I saw that this weekend, if you do a curbside delivery from Donnie's, you get a free shirt. We sent some shirts to the Speakeasy in Decatur, to the Starlight Bar in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I think a couple more. And if you're somebody who could use this kind of help, I don't want these shirts and these bags and these buttons to sit in somebody's closet. If you can take our energy, our ideas, and combine them with yours, $1,000 happen. We got you. We got you. Boom. Okay. That's my shit for this morning. We're going to be getting ready for Wendy Day. I'm happy to sit and answer any questions you might have while I drink some water. Is that a deal? Should I stop sharing my screen? Yeah, I should stop. Yes, once Somerville, great venue, really awesome people. I want to go play there at some time.
Oh, Sheila wants you to show the mural again real quick.
I just stopped sharing my screen. Sheila, drive to Decatur, Illinois. Okay, hold on a minute. Just for she. Sorry, everybody. Cancel. See that? What a great picture. That's Shani Goss with the word fuck reflected in her glasses. As much social distancing as possible when painting a mural. But that is pure shoot the dolphin, right? Pure shoot the dolphin. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Any questions for me while we get ready for Wendy? I'm a solo artist, singer from San Antonio. Okay. So this is Ila Minori. What do I suggest for an artist to do to pivot in this time? Because artists are relying heavily on touring. Well, one of the things I like about the things that I get to do is I think I could just say, well, look at what we're doing. We were supposed to have a conference today with hotel rooms, donuts, coffee, presenters, music. At one point, we talked about inflatable, bouncy shit outside. And we pivoted. And I think rippled the attendance from last year. So, plus, we just had somebody on who's not a woman from France. Somebody was online from New Zealand. So there's a trade-off. And I like people and talking to people. I'll always spend time talking to people. But this is just different. And if you're in the music business or any creative media business, it's been nothing but change, pivot, since I was a kid. It was like, great, we're signed to a major label. Major labels suck. Okay, fuck it. We'll start a label and we're going to release vinyl. Well, what about cassettes? Okay, we'll do cassettes. And here we go. And now the CDs. What the fuck is that? It's in a big long box and now it's in a small box. And we've really got this CD thing together. No, CDs are over. It's downloading. What the fuck? We'll get this downloading thing and iTunes and streaming. Fuck, vinyl's back. I just threw my vinyl away. That's my world anyway. So, Chris France, the drummer from Tom Tom Club, he has a book coming out and he was like, oh fuck, my entire book tour just got cancelled. And I Facebooked him. I said, hey, don't worry, dude. Do these Zoom things. I've been doing Zoom things for a few weeks now for my PIL book, my public image book. And it's been great to really connect with people. People go, hey, have you seen this backstage pass? Have you seen this photograph? No, there's photographs I've never seen before from 40 years ago. And I'm slowly, what's the word I'm looking for? Slowly but strongly connecting with people, which means it's not just a quick autograph on the way out of a venue. Strongly connecting with people into the future and having these long exchanges with people that will just keep building. I'm still friends with the people who I met in 1980, whose floors I slept on in 1981. And this feels to me like a time to connect. So, Ela Minori in San Antonio, Texas, think about what you can do. Print a bag, spend $80 on a screen printing kit and make cassette tapes. I've made 8-track cartridges of my albums that nobody can listen to. It's like, yeah, well, there you go. But it's fun as hell. Do stuff. Great things happen when you do stuff. Nothing happens when you don't. And also, Ela, go download my book, Band Smart, 600 pages at martinatkins.com. There's great stuff in there. And it's not me. Wendy Day's in there. Galen Lee is in there. There's 300 industry professionals in there. So it's not just my shit. It's some good shit too. Did I hear about the Mark Lanigan book? No. What is it? Hey, I see Wendy's online, but it says Emily Winland. Can you fix that, Molly? Because that's not Emily, that's Wendy. On my screen, there's a picture of Wendy.
I cannot fix that.
Can Emily fix it?
I don't know.
So is every presenter going to say, Emily Winland?
Yeah, fucking right.
Okay, but we could at least fix that for everybody moving forward. We've got 4 minutes to fix it. Come on, guys. Hold on a second.
Rename.
I'm texting while on a Zoom.
Fixed it.
You fixed it?
Yeah.
I just also, I know I thank my students, but I also want to thank Molly Compton for sitting here and dealing with this. Wendy, you are now online with the right name. Here's Bob Ferguson from Oxfam. He says, remind artists they can play online and offer a tip jar, PayPal, Venmo, etc., and choose a charity for a portion of proceeds to go to. People give at a higher rate if they know some of the money goes to charity. That's great, Bob. Thank you for jumping in with that. Also,
Don't we have a tip jar, Mark?
I don't know, students. Elbow. Yeah. If you want to put some money in our tip jar, we'll spend it on the kind of help that I explained to you earlier. I saw that a good friend of mine, Kimberly Freeman, is back online after taking quite a break, singing some cover songs. And she does this whole thing on Camp or SoundCloud, Bandcamp, where you don't have to pay for her music. She does that trust thing. You can just type 0 in the dollar thing, and you can still get her music, which I just think is terrific. And artists get so locked in to the fact of any money that some of their things become about the money. And art isn't about money. The way to get money is to let go of getting money and just grab a hold of exciting people, engaging people, and interacting with people. That's how you get money. Oh, I can see Wendy. We have 2 minutes, Wendy.
Okay,
Is your sound on?
it is. Can you hear me?
You have your computer muted.
Can you hear me now?
I can now. I've turned.
Woohoo!
So whoever was in the Q&A talking about Mark Lanigan's book, that name is familiar, but I don't know who he is. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just looking through the chat, Wendy.
Awesome.
What's Screaming Trees? Oh, Queens of the Stone Age. Well, okay. But what's his... Oh, Screaming Tree Singer in a pissing match with Oasis. Well, okay. I really quite like Oasis, actually, if you've spent any time in England and the Madchester scene. Yeah, why would you want to get into it with those guys? Look, yeah. Okay,